Well, that's okay. Everybody gets a free smooch. It's on the house, and most likely on the face. And with smooching, I want to go ahead and move over to talk about who our game smoocher of the day is going to be. We've got a beautiful match coming up for you. Our dear, good old friend, Mike Uyama, is choosing the game today. Mike, come on into chat. Come talk a little bit. Hello there, Mike. Oh, shoot. No, I was just looking at the picture on the layout. I got so distracted. Hello, Mike.
Okay, I'm here.
I was looking at the picture of the layout, and I'm like, Mike's here.
I don't think that's how Discord works.
I'm pretty sure you're right, but anyway. So, Mike, what do we have today? Oh.
Well, this is something that could have been used in Recurring Nightmares, but I actually got a veto, so I decided to use it a little bit early because it's definitely a butts game.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
If it were in Recurring Nightmares, it would be a game that we've had in Kusogr4nde, but a different version of
It's
the game.
true.
There are similarities between the version that we've had, but there's also differences. So even if someone saw the match last year, which they probably wouldn't remember that well anyway, it wouldn't help them that much because the versions have enough gameplay difference and level layout differences that it wouldn't help at all.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I've played a little bit of this. I've played a little bit of the Game Gear version of this. What do we have?
We have the non-canon Strider game, Journey from Darkness, Strider Returns.
I don't think too many people are surprised about that. This is not a good game at all. But I personally think it's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah, it is, and just for authenticity's sake for Kusogr4nde, so one really weird thing they did for this game is that they changed how your sword works. In the original Strider arcade game, you can spam it, and they do give you that option, but I had to keep, Kuso authenticity, and I'm making players use the default option with the sweeping sword type, which is actually a hindrance because it means they can't spam their weapon as much.
Uh-oh. Well, that's going to be rough for them, but pretty joyous for us. Yeah, they don't need weapons, they don't need to spam. It's fine. So, yeah, we've got this match coming up. I'm going to be working on capturing a little bit. Mike, what have you been up to lately?
I'm really pleasantly surprised that I got all 3 of my Big Bad Game-a-thon games in.
Oh, yeah. That...
I was expecting at least one of them to get in, but I wasn't sure about all 3.
Yeah, I know that we had a lot of fun reviewing the submissions this past week. I had a blast. A lot of people here, I think, got some games in, so it's just exciting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Which run are you most excited to do?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm excited to do all of them, but I think if I had to pick one, I'm most excited to do Last Alert, just because the voice acting is
Oh
so
my
good.
gosh.
I'm sure a lot of you remember that from the 5B match we had about a week ago or so.
Oh, I remember it. Don't worry, Mike.
Exactly.
It was definitely a lot of fun. I think Last Alert is one of those games that, I never played as a kid. I think I probably would have just looked at it and been like, wow, this is dumb. They don't even know how to do voice acting.
Exactly. Well, the thing is that the game itself is actually pretty good. Like, it's a competent top-down run and gun.
Oh, yeah?
But the voice acting is just... They just got some interns or whoever was in the office that day, because
I like to think they just grab someone from the street. They're like, hey, you look like you can probably do some voice acting. Want to make a few quick bucks? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so as Xelixon mentioned, the credits for the voice actors. So for the Japanese version, they have legitimate like anime seiyuu. For the US version, I guess they were so ashamed, or they're just such no names that they only use the first name. So it's like Alan. Dave,
I love it. Dave is my
Barbara.
favorite. Dave did like 3 voices. He's versatile.
He's very versatile. He might have one of his voices might have been the super offensive Asian accent.
Okay, never mind, Dave. You lose a few points there, Dave.
Exactly.
But still, You can't fault somebody for doing what they're told,
Yeah. I'm just shocked that he wasn't a key player in the PS1 era of voice acting.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe one day he can come back. It looks like, by the way, I'm just waiting for DJ Chupa to go live. I don't think I see him streaming right now. If I'm not mistaken, Mike.
Yeah, he's having some technical difficulties getting his stream started.
Oh, it happens to the best of us. It's okay. I'll just chill. I don't need to rush. We don't have a match after this, so it's going to be great.
So what you're saying is this is a sudden gauntlet match right now?
Da da da.
Actually, I'm not 100% sure this game is long enough for a gauntlet. I do know it's long enough for an hour-long match because it's that hard. Because it's hard enough for that, but I don't know about a gauntlet.
Yeah, we probably don't need this as a gauntlet. To be honest, I'm joking. I just say that. I'm trying to trick everybody here, Mike. Why is it playing this song again? I'm sorry. I'm yelling at my shuffler. At least it's not Quickman.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, it is the title screen music for the game, so you're gonna hear it a lot.
Oh no, I'm yelling about my audio remixer.
Oh, okay.
It just keeps playing Honey on the Road. It's a good song. I like it.
Oh, by the way, did you add Last Alert songs too?
Yes, I did.
Ooh, nice.
Actually, let's switch over to one of those right now, just so y'all can sort of kick back and enjoy the Last Alert. I do love Honey on the Road, though. That was easily one of my favorite games that somebody made me play.
One of your favorite games that somebody made you play.
Mike, it's my life. That's what happens. People just make you play games, and you're like, wow, people, you're cool.
The Making Brocentia play games life.
Yeah. Lots of people here live in that.
So speaking of voice acting, since, we're just talking about Last Alert, this game also has some voice lines in it.
Ooh, don't get me that excited, Mike. Oh, well, are they better or worse than Last Alert? I'm gonna guess better. As in higher quality than Last Alert.
Well, I mean, it's the Genesis, so sure.
Mike, you gotta fight for your console, man. This is you. You're representing yourself with this game.
Oh, I am. I didn't know that.
Yeah, your brand, your online digital brand.
my brand management. Well,
yeah, I'm so ashamed.
If I was really that protective about my brand, I don't think I would be trying to rep Sega so hard, to be perfectly honest.
gosh.
Just to be real, bro.
Yeah. I honestly, it's like my brand is like, hey, if anybody wants gross, dumb stuff, you know, that's my brand. Because we just have weird games show up all the time here. I don't know. Rambo's a pretty good brand for me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like Rambo, Mike.
The Rambo brand. So like you're kind of transitioning into the macaw thing, where into big dudes.
No, just Rambo. Big dudes are dumb. No, oh my gosh, macaw games are hilarious though. Let me just tell you.
Yeah, he puts obscure to a new level.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure at least 80 to 90% of the games that he plays, that he gets, you know, that are like games from other countries, that most gamers from that country would not know of that game.
Yeah. He's like the Jeff of Muscle Dudes. Oh. Honestly, you know, I love finding games that nobody has played or nobody knows about. I mean, that's part of the reason that we have this tournament, to explore the depths of the unknown. And
that is true. And then we find such gems as Cybergenic Ranger.
Oh my gosh, Mike, that game is so hard, but not in like a purposefully hard way. It's like, wow, we just couldn't finish programming this, so we're shipping as is. It's that kind of hard.
I mean, it's a DOS game, so what are you expecting?
Wow.
I mean, playtesting is a luxury on DOS games, not a necessity.
I mean, at least in the 90s. Yeah, and yeah, I'd agree. I swear we just had this tune as well. YouTube is really liking giving me the same tunes. Okay, switching.
Yeah, self-destruct system. I've played a Zanesoft game or two, and they are not good. In fact, they would be Kusogr4nde candidates if we did more research on them and see if, you know, progress was even trackable.
Huh. I'm just trying to think.
Whoa, developer, that's generous. It's like, if it functions, doesn't have to work, just if it functions on some minimal level. Quick, sell it.
You can go left and right. We need to sell it ASAP. It's not getting any better than this. Oh my gosh, I'm so... I'm trying to think. I did download a lot of games from the library back in the day, like 93, 94. It was back when you had to use a terminal program in order to connect and download. And most of the games that we got were really pretty boring. You know, honestly, I'm going to say that DOS games back in the 90s were like bootleg games for the NES. 98% of them were just crappy clones of other video games. That's all they were. And half of that 98% were puzzle games. And nobody likes those puzzle games. They're dumb.
Yeah.
You can only play the stupid match game like 50 times before you're bored out of your mind.
50's a lot of times for a match game.
I don't know. I was playing a matching game yesterday, Mike, on some weird game I found on my flash cart, and this robot kangaroo was kicking my butt. Seriously, I couldn't match anything. He's like, bam! Matches all over the place. Like,
is this a PvP match game somehow?
Yeah. And I lost. I lost the PvP match game, Mike. It's kind of shameful when the NES computer is better than you.
Yeah, because it's not like there was a lot of space in that cartridge, you know, to program the AI.
Yeah. That was the second game in the series. There are 3 games as far as I can tell, and the first game that I tried, all you would do was die every time you spawned. And so I couldn't figure out how to get past the first, like, 10 pixels of the game. Oh, I gotta play around with that some more and just see if it's something weird going on with my version. Because otherwise, it kind of looks like a fun game. But stupid robot kangaroos. Never trust robot kangaroos. Or robots. Or kangaroos. So we are just waiting right now. DJ Chupa is installing drivers. Which happens. Oh my gosh. Mike, I'm just really happy. You know, everybody should go and take a look at the game list for Big Bad Gameathon if you haven't. By the way, there are a handful of people who are going to have backup games that I don't believe are listed on there, and we still need to tell you.
Well, I know that at least 2 of my estimates could possibly go down, so there's that.
Oh, well, good, Mike. Oh. Are we gonna have overnight support in case the server decides not to operate, says T. Murdoch. Yeah, we're gonna have Meekins take all the slots where the server breaks. Just like last year.
Oh, wait, what? So mean to Meekins.
Well, it's okay. Meekins will love it. It'll be fine. Yeah, don't worry. We've worked on fixing stuff. We're gonna have people around, and if things break, it's a bad game marathon, Mike. We didn't say that the actual stream was gonna be good, you know? We make no promises about the quality of the stream, only about the quality of the games, and the quality is bad.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I would say the schedule is so good, but that's a lie.
It's packed, though. Like, Mike, I take a look at the schedule, I'm like, I want to watch every run, as opposed to, like, GDQ, where I'm like, oh, there are, like, 15 games I'm interested in. This one, I don't know if I'm gonna sleep. I
mean, you need to sleep at some point. It's not a good idea, but... What's this Hellam game? A Stripling Warrior Quest?
Oh, that is a... my sister is running that. It's a Book of Mormon video game. That is very loosely based off of one of the stories in there. And by very loosely, I mean, in the video game, you spend the majority of the time chasing a monkey who stole your banana. And as far as I remember, that didn't happen in the Book of Mormon.
Yeah, so I don't really have experience with the Book of Mormon, but I don't feel like that's part of the religious text right there.
It's about 0, maybe 1% related to the text, yeah. And 99% invented.
Brigham Young and who's the other one? Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph Smith. Well, they're not in the book.
Oh, okay.
Wow, Mike. Wow.
I mean,
I'm so disappointed.
I mean, haven't I disappointed you with all of my game picks already?
I mean, we've got Strider Returns, so a little bit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've seen the music. No, I haven't seen the musical. I've listened to all the music. Which, by the way, if you are Mormon, do not watch the Book of Mormon musical, because...
I mean, it's by the South Park guys, so...
Yeah, it's just a recommendation. Okay, DJ Chupa is currently...
So did Oglig, submit the blind Pears and Grey Witch himself, or did someone just do that for him?
I think Oglib did, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I do like how some previous Kusogr4nde games are in there, like the yogurt game Jeff gave out.
Oh, yeah. There's Yogo. Oh, Lord Dalek, I forgot to say thank you so much for resubscribing. Thank you, and I believe we had somebody drop some bits as well there. Thank you. Yeah. Yogo spell. Let me pull it up, since we've got things to talk about while we wait for the Chupa. Wait, Chupa's live. Never mind. I'm not pulling it up. You nerds can go look for yourself. I'm done doing work. Oh, wait, no, I gotta do work right now. That's why I can't look it up. Okay, I'm done with...
mean, technically, you're working right now, so if you're done doing work, you just gotta turn the stream off right now.
Man, Mike. Yeah, stream's over, everybody. Yeah, I don't think they would like that. That's okay, well... You can't please everybody, Mike. Gotta break some hearts, and if I gotta break Twitch chat's hearts, so be it. I'm not gonna break your heart, don't worry. Don't worry, chat. Okay,
I mean, apparently one of the categories of Big Bad Game-a-thon is find Twitch a girlfriend, so there you go.
Oh, that game! Pete Dorr is running an old CDI dating simulator. Yeah, so that one is gonna be fun, and yeah, you're gonna get a girlfriend, Twitch. I'm gonna get a girlfriend, too.
That sounds like a hot video game.
It's something. It's very 90s, we'll say. And, like, in a good way. You know, everything that you love about the 90s is in that game, including one of the actors from Salute Your Shorts.
Indeed. Oh, which one?
One of the girls. I think dark-haired girl.
Oh, I think I know. Her hair was a bit frizzy. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're actually ready now.
No, not Donkey Lips. Okay.
Wow, you cannot. Wow, Ritz. Are you allowed to call somebody Donkey Lips? That is rude.
I mean, his name was something like Donkey in the actual show, so I think, yeah, he is actually justified in this case.
Oh, okay. That's fine, then. Also, I'm gonna say, Ritz Blues, for being so rude, we're gonna make you play Strider Returns. Which is the game that we have coming up right now. Who would have guessed?
Even if we were so polite, we would have made him play it.
Oh, yeah. Strider.
Exactly. I told you there's voice acting.
Oh, I love it. Oh, Lizstar has not played this one. Wow.
Oh.
Well.
And it's worth noting that you could... I mean, you could get this next, Liz. And just in case you forgot which series this comes from, the title screen does a good job of reminding you. With both visual and audio 8.
So, expert and 4 continues, right?
Correct. And they're all using sweep sword type, which is good. Because that is the worst one.
Wow, Mike.
And the default.
How...
Hey, we have to stay true to the US Gold experience.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody, I think you need to get all of your sword emotes, all of your gold emotes for US Gold, and all of your Genesis emotes and spam them right now. Because I'm doing the countdown. Best of luck, players. Go kick some butt.
Sweep and sword emotes are good too.
Oh, yeah. Bubsy is not gold. Trust me on that. Spam, everybody. Spam the emotes. I need to see them. Okay, we are off to a start. So, Mike,
Yes.
Let's talk about this game a little bit. Because we had the Game Gear version, I think, last year.
Yeah. So, at first I thought this was the better version, but neither version of this game is good at all. This version is notable because it lags all the time. The frame rate is not very good. And it is really easy to die, as you just saw on Big Mike's screen.
And DJ Chu.
And Ritz Blues actually died a little before him.
Oh, wow.
So far... Oh, sorry, not Ritz Blues. DJ Chupa.
Yeah.
So far, Ritz Blues is doing really well.
Yeah, doing pretty dang good, I'd say.
And I don't know what's up with Melos. But
yeah, it looks like Melos is lagging. Let me go ahead and try to refresh. Okay. I'm letting Melos know. That's okay. Melos will give us the slideshow that is Strider Returns.
Yeah, that's fine. And so they're all on the boss. Or Ritz Blues is on the boss, and Big Mike is nearing the boss. Ooh. And the boss isn't too hard. You can kind of mash your sword and you'll hit the missiles if you're quick enough. But the thing is, I did put it on sweep because sweep actually gives you a cap on how fast you can mash your sword.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is just worse than the original sword in every single way. Because the original sword, you can just spam it. With sweep, you get that sweep motion, and the sweep motion has to complete. And while it's fairly fast, it does actually make a pretty significant difference in how hard this game is.
Yeah, so how many different sword types are there? There's swing.
There's sweep and original, which is the original sword from the Strider game, which is just a spammable blade.
Yeah, it's a little overpowered.
So there's no reason to use the sweep unless if you're in a Kusogr4nde match and your GM tells you to, just to handicap you because he's a jerk. Oh, it is way slower than the original one from the arcade. Because the original one from the arcade, if you have turbo fire, you're basically firing at least like 15 to 20 per second.
You know what, Mike? I think that I played a good amount of... Which version did I play? This or the Game Gear one? I'm trying to think.
It's probably the Game Gear one, because of the RPG Limit Break last year. We played a lot of Game Gear games.
Oh, yeah. And I'm thinking with... Like, there's one place where there's a really nasty troll jump in the first level after the mini-boss here. Ritz Blues is getting close there. Is it as difficult with this elevator?
No, because there aren't just flames that insta-kill you after the boss dies. However, there is a troll jump that Big Mike has experienced, where you think you want to jump right on the platform that he's on, but if you do that, you'll just end up falling to your death. What you do is that you just want to go up, and then get up on the vine that works as a bridge to the next area, like you just did. Okay, Ritz Blues is restarting, which I don't actually agree with, because this game still checkpoints you at continues. But he doesn't know that, so he's probably just...
I think there's also if it's the first stage, honestly, I think that the thought is probably, hey, I don't want to lose a continue this early.
That's fair.
That's probably what he would be thinking there, but who knows?
So it looks like, I was about to say DJ Chupa is ahead in first right now, but he's also lost 2 continues already because that's how hard this game is.
Yeah. Like it's ludicrously hard. It's really not fair. Have you beaten this though, Mike?
I have not beaten this one actually. This was actually a game I wanted to test out a little more, but because I got vetoed on my first game, I decided to bust this out because I knew this would be sufficiently awful to, for a good got vetoed once and is the 4th round match.
Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't look that bad. It kind of, besides the frame rate.
There's just cheap hits everywhere. It's so easy to get hit by stuff, and everything takes like multiple hits to kill, including those bullets coming out of those mortars that Big Mike and DJ Chupa is contending with. And if you don't know how to deal with those, and the trick to dealing with those is actually to get up closer to them, and so you can actually kill all the bullets before they can hit you.
Yeah, I love the troll after you beat the first mini-boss as well, with the fire coming out behind you. It's like, hey, guess what? You're dead. Everybody dies to that the first time.
Big Mike is dead.
Oh, no, Big Mike!
You have to be super patient in that area. and you just can't... maybe, like, if you have very good positioning, you can fall down like that, but you're going to lose so many lives attempting that, it's not worth it.
I just love giving games in Kusogr4nde that require patience, because it's a race setting. They want to be able to get through as quickly as possible, but solid progress is better than quick progress.
Yeah, this game absolutely demands patience. Here's the thing. The Big Mike is either in first or second, but he's already blown through all of his continues.
Yeah.
Like, that's how hard this game is. And RBW is right. This game features Strider Hinjo, who is a Strider who has never been in another Strider game ever again.
Well,
the Strider that we all know from the arcade game and from Marvel vs. Capcom is Strider Hiryu.
Okay. Big Mike is all the way game over. Wow, that music kind of hurts. Like, not the worst music, but, geez, it really wants to punish you for getting game over.
Yeah, it does. And speaking of, Strider Hinjo, this game has lore in the instruction manual, so you all can be informed of the story. Now, do you want to read this, Brosensha?
Oh, yeah, let me go ahead and open it and make sure that I don't accidentally cover up one of the streams. It's hard, Mike. Running this is hard. It requires a brain.
The Kuso life is hard. So DJ Chupa is finally getting this. Oh, and as soon as I said that, he walked right into another one of those wall crawlers. What you need to do is to be patient, see where the patterns of the wall crawlers, hit the one that's on the other side, then jump over there, then walk down slowly so you can, see the patterns of all the other wall crawlers. Rinse, repeat until you finally get down to the bottom. And even when you get down to the bottom, it's not free, because if you have your jump in the wrong position, you will still fall into the pit, because you'll hit your head in the ceiling.
Okay, I've got the lore up. I'm ready. Okay. This guy is like a bad habit. He just won't go away. Now this evil master dude and his legions of Nimrods are poised above the planet in a space station, ready to make the planet one big black hole. Not only that, those blasted Automadians? What the crap is that word? Automadians.
Space slang for a funky robot type guy.
Oh, thank you. Have captured Lexia, not the car, the babe, and are holding her prison aboard their space station. Don't it just make your blood boil? Doesn't it make your skin crawl? Does it make your face turn red with anger? Is there steam coming out of your ears? Hold on, get a grip. We've been in this kind of fix before. Okay, you're right. Probably not this bad, but hey, this is a video game. There's always a good guy around somewhere. Get with the program. It just so happens that on the island Moralos, you remember the secret base of the famous Striders, there's just the guy you're looking for. The most pumped up Strider of them all. Hinjo is just waiting to punch these guys' lights out. Go ahead, grab that control pad and give it a shot. Sounds like a piece of cake. Wrong, this baby's not your everyday spacewalk in the park. Strider's back and the fun is about to begin. Rumble on, Strider dude. Are you gonna rumble on, Strider dude?
I mean, I'm sure there's some rumbling when these Striders, get hit and roll and tumble, and when they die. So yes, there is some rumbling.
Oh yeah.
So it's worth noting that you have ninja stars in this game, but they're limited in quantity, and they really aren't very good.
Such good lore, Mike.
Yes, exactly.
So,
it was the most 90s lore you could ever hear.
Oh boy. I'm taking a look, by the way. Yeah, it's... Let's see, Strider 2 for the Genesis. Developed by Tiertex. Are they the ones who developed the original Strider?
No. The original Strider is Capcom. Capcom licensed it out to US Gold and Tiertex, of all people, to make a Strider game. I don't know why they let that happen.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Tiertex. They did a lot of the Disney games, including The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Why did they need to make a video game out of that? I don't know. That's fine. Yeah, they did. I think they worked on some of the ports of Strider, but didn't actually develop the original game. Obviously. Oh, Paperboy? Did they do Paperboy? Maybe one of the versions.
They might have done some ports of this game. And Ritz Blues getting trolled and
oh no,
just having a good laugh about it.
They also made Fred
really,
yeah,
it's a pretty good troll.
There are just a lot of trolls in this game.
Oh yeah, and like stage 2 is possibly even rougher than stage 1. It's rough. Like, I'm now maybe thinking I should have given them all 5 continues, but nah.
Nah.
This is round 4. They're good competitors. So these are the 22s. So first will be in the bracket guaranteed, and second will have to play in the tiebreakers. And the other 2 will be eliminated.
Oh, I see a little crossover. So the only credit I see for this game, for the Genesis version, is the person who did the cover art, who also did the cover artwork for games like Wolfenstein 3D, Turrican, and Axe Battler, A Legend of Golden Axe.
Oh, the best Golden Axe game.
Oh, yeah, you know.
And yes, Melos is definitely in first because he is on stage 2. And is dealing with the laser traps, which are really hard to deal with.
Yeah, like, level 2, I feel, is quite a bit more boring than level 1. It feels very samey as you go throughout. It's difficult.
Well, it's worth noting that Ritz Blues is on the first boss, and if he's able to beat the first boss, which I think he will, but we'll see, he will... Yep. Oh, no, except there's one more troll after the first boss. And that is, there will be flames dropping, and if he's too aggressive... Yeah, that happens.
Oh no.
Oh, DJ Chupa is... Oh, sorry, Melos is... He saw the teleporter, and that's where you need to head to. And the only way to get up there... Oh, you can get up that way. Interesting. That works. And that is actually a pretty precise jump. That's actually a Strider thing. Like, even in the original arcade version, he explodes like that when he dies.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what a Strider does, you know? I guess. What is a Strider, by the way? Like, I don't know what they are. I never played Strider. I don't know any of the original lore. Are they just dudes without shirts who have swords?
They're like ninjas. Oh, and this boss is really hard that Melos is on. Because here's the thing. The pattern looks easy, but the moment you hit it, it starts moving towards you. And if you start hitting it too much, then yeah. It does that. Now, I did tell the players they cannot skip the cutscenes after the levels are done.
Uh-oh. Wow, that's nice, Mike.
Well, we all want to hear the voice acting, don't we?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Of course, Street Fighter V has to mess up the lore.
So I know that Strider became a pretty huge deal in the speedrunning community due to the tutorial during Games Done Quick. I know a lot of people had fun with that.
Yeah, that's that one's a little interesting because that is notably different from the arcade Strider, and I think that's actually a Capcom like in-house job. But I think because of the limitations of the NES, they wouldn't be able to make it faithful to the arcade version, so they went for something different.
Yeah, that makes sense. So 3 out of the 4 players are on the second stage, I believe. Wait, is Big Mike there, or is Big Mike fighting the boss before it?
No, Big Mike is on the boss.
Okay.
And he has enough health to defeat the boss, but the question is,
oh, he's
he
down.
have enough health for the trolls.
Uh-oh.
And he has two health, so even if
Oh,
he gets
no!
trolled, he should be able to survive.
Okay. He did get trolled, but he's going the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't know why he would go left, but...
I don't know. Gotta explore, Mike. Okay, let's listen. I think we've got voice acting.
We do have voice acting time.
I have you now.
Ooh.
Never, my friend. Tomorrow is the day you die.
Oh, no. Tomorrow is the day you die, Mike.
So, you probably noticed that Strider had a notably different, like, blue gi on, and that's because they just ripped screenshots from the original Genesis and arcade versions. I don't know why, but I guess the US Gold is too lazy to make their own portraits. So they're like, let's just rip the ones that we have, because we have the rights from Capcom anyway.
You know, why not? Save a little bit of time. I mean, it's possibly because of laziness. Possibly that's just the US Gold way of doing things. Which, by the way, US Gold is not a US company.
Yeah, they're in the UK.
Yeah.
I guess they wanted to spread the blame to the US.
You know, they're just like, the US is known for developing crappy video games, so we're just gonna go ahead and pretend that's what happened here.
Because the UK has never made a bad video game in its life.
Well, if you can blame the US on it, then great, you can hold up your reputation. Whatever reputation that might be, you know. Oh my gosh. I give UK games way too much crap, but There are a lot of really good developers over there. It's just we don't see any of them here because guess what? This is Kusogr4nde, not
Exactly.
not good
Well,
games so
actually,
grande.
did play Donkey Kong Country on that original ZSNES.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's rare. And that's rare. They're a UK developer.
aha. So there we have it. We've had one good UK game on this stream.
The one.
The one.
So it looks like Melos is making some good progress in stage 2.
Nice. And falling. Is that where you're supposed to go, though?
So here's the thing. The reason why I said this is a game I want to test more. I was only able to play it for about 30 or so minutes.
Yeah.
And I got up to around where Melos got. So
Ah.
it's a little up in the air now. The Game Gear version I played up to good point. But I decided to see if this version was garbage.
Oh
enough.
no!
Yes, it definitely
Melos!
is. Oh no! Well, that's another attempt.
Good try. Yeah, he's typing in Discord now. Just talking about the game a little bit. And he's not a big fan of that jump.
The Genesis, much better version of Solar Jetman is Subterranea.
Yeah, actually,
I consider Solar Jetman slow Terrania.
like, Solar Jetman is kind of fun. Hey, Melos made the jump, by the way.
Yeah. Let's see if he can get past the laser trap.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed. Zap.
Just how do you even get past that? And unfortunately, DJ Chupa had a timeout.
Ooh.
It's actually very possible to time out in this game, especially if you fail multiple jumps. And are still trying to figure out where you're going.
Yeah, honestly, Ritz Blues, is behind right now, but I don't think that's going to last forever. Ritz Blues is a strong player, but occasionally it just takes a while to figure out these games, especially if Ritz Blues is trying to conserve continues at the beginning, which you said might be a problem.
Yeah, I know that he didn't conserve continues on his last attempt. When he got up to the boss, so he should be able to get to stage 2 this attempt.
Yeah, he's taking it slow, which is good. You have to take that part slow. Ooh, DJ Chupa just got shot by a tank. That's not nice. I love it. It's like guy with sword versus tank. Who's gonna win?
Yeah. So the way that I was able to beat this, and the way that DJ Chupa was able to beat it, I'm sorry, not DJ Chupa, Melos was able to beat it. And speaking of Melos, he's back in stage 1.
Nice. I mean, not nice. Nice for
Yeah,
Ritz
same as
Blues,
anything but
because that's going to give Ritz a chance.
Yeah, but Melos got the sword power up. That makes her sword longer before the tank boss. And it's a random spawn. I don't know what triggers it. But if you get that, it makes the tank so much easier. And you can basically just spam that, and the tank dies really fast. But if you don't have that, then you have to play the tank super carefully and super slowly. As DJ Chupa is experiencing right now.
All you potential Strider Return speedrunners out there, take note of what Mike is saying here, just so you can kill the tank super quickly.
So you say that about the Master System version, but the Master System version is just a less bad. It's just a less bad version of the Game Gear version.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would probably take the Master System version over this. Oh yeah, I think we'll have someone beat Stage 2 in this. In the match that we had last year in this game in the bracket stage. Only one player made it to stage 3, and it was within the last 2 minutes or so.
Oh, Ritz Blues is making it to stage 2. Very nice.
Yeah, so even though he's in fourth, this is a good chance for him to make some progress. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know if he used any continues. I don't think he used too many if he used some.
Yeah, I think he should probably be good for continues for a while. At least the music's okay. It's not great. Nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
Can you
It's just
imagine
standard Genesis electro fart.
writing a letter to your mother? Mother, I played this game, Strider Returns, and the music was decent. Love Brosentia. That's how I talk to my mom, by the way.
I'm sure you and your mom have a great relationship.
Oh, I mean, a better relationship than writing letters to each other. Seriously, snail mail?
Yeah, good point. Oh, so Mr. Sansini. Why? Because this is Kusogr4nde. That's why. And we need the really bad games for round four matches that determine who gets in the bracket. You got to weed out the weak.
Yeah. Which, honestly, they're all pretty good players, First place is going to be moving on to the bracket. Second place should be moving on to the tiebreaker. They're pretty experienced when it comes to bad games at this point. But I love watching the matches where, it's all on the line, how they do today.
Big Mike struggled with the jump to the first teleporter, but he was able to make it. And now is going to be fighting the tank soon.
Yay, tank!
Actually, it might not be right now. It might be after this series of rooms.
I do want you to know, by the way, Mike,
It
that
looks like DJ Chupa game overed on the tank. Or didn't get much farther than the tank. So, as of right now, DJ Chupa is in second. But if Big Mike is able to get past the tank and make some good progress, he could get in second or even first. Oh, but that was his last continue, so never mind.
So I do want to say previously, Ritz did get the game Titanic 2005 in the tournament, and they're actually running it. He's running it for Big Bad Gameathon.
Ooh, you know what's funny? I was
Yeah.
talking to him at SGDQ, and he said he was considering running that game.
Well, he is.
So, it is worth noting that he was first in that match, so he already has some speedrunning experience with that game.
Yeah, it's what a game.
And also, I can't believe there's not one but two NES Titanic games.
I feel like there might be another one. I can't recall. Yeah, there are two. One of them is just a fighting game, a beat 'em up. I guess not a fighting game. It's a beat 'em up. It's great.
I mean, everyone knows Titanic.
Yeah.
Wait, there's an RPG? So is the ship sinking turn-based then?
I feel like
How does that work?
I feel like I stumbled across that but couldn't read it.
Yeah, that would be a struggle if it's in Chinese or some...
Mind you, I played Chrono Trigger without it being translated. Like, I could muddle my way through Titanic. Oh, I'm just happy with how everything's going. Everybody is starting to make some progress. Everybody has gotten to stage 2 and made some progress through it, even if it's not all the progress that they would want. Ritz Blues has figured out how to use the rope. That's good.
Yep. Yeah, I would say this set of continues, even though we're a little less than halfway through the match, is pretty crucial for Ritz Blues, because how much progress he makes on this credit will be important for his overall placing.
Yep.
Because if he makes it past the tank, not only will that place him in at least second, it'll also give him information on how to beat the tank and just, you know, what's further in the level.
Yeah, so one question, because I see the number of lives and then there's a 7+ above it. What does that mean?
Oh, those are your ninja stars. They're terrible.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say nobody's using them. They all pretty much have the same number.
So, if I remember correctly, you can't use them while you're jumping, and they have a slow attack animation.
Okay.
Now Melos is having to fight the tank the hard way, and is really struggling. He is doing the right thing, it's just that the pattern desyncs. Like, the patterns from the pink and black ball, and the mortar shot that it fires does desync, so you have to be paying attention to that, too.
Yeah, Ritz is starting to get pretty close to that as well. It looked like there was a purple... I'm not sure if that's a continue place, the purple capsule that is about as big as you are. I don't know.
Well, Ritz Blue still has to make the jump, but he at least knows how to scale up the
What?
left wall and makes the jump.
You say that the shurikens are useless and Melos just killed the tank with them.
Oh, well then, I'm wrong. I don't know, I barely use them. But actually, shurikens are a good idea there, because that's really the only way to take out the tank safely.
Oh yeah, if you don't have to get up in the grill. Yeah, I'd say that was a good way of doing it.
Ooh, Ritz doesn't know this, but he's really going to still want that power-up for the tank.
Is that the big attack?
Yes, the power-up. Yeah, which basically just extends the length of your sword.
How long does it last?
I don't know, roughly a minute, I
mean,
say.
Ritz Blues only has like 8 seconds left, so I mean, we're
Yeah.
gonna see a timeout. Oh,
He has one more continue, so he has 3 more lives to figure out this tank.
okay. Not impossible.
Nope. Oh, Big Mike is running out of time.
Oh, you gotta go, Mike. Oh, nope.
Oh, that's not a climbable wall.
Time up right at the end. That is really frustrating. But so the Kuso goes. Wait, DJ Chupa just got through a boss. Which boss was that? Was that just the first one?
boss.
Oh, okay.
He's just catching up quickly to where he was.
I have you now.
Ooh.
Oh, I see.
Never, my friend.
Alright, so Rich Blues tried his Ninja Star. Seemed to work pretty well, but he didn't stick with the Ninja Star plan.
Yeah, honestly, rather than just using one, I'd probably spam them and see if they make any quick progress at all.
I mean, it's hard to determine because they weren't useful, like in the earlier stages of the game. So I can understand not wanting to use them right now. But at the same time, try everything, including holding down the attack button to run, even though the manual doesn't tell you anything.
Exactly, Mike. You gotta try everything.
Oh no, he used his Ninja Stars, but yeah.
This is gonna be sketchy.
Went in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I don't
They
know.
are limited. He does have the power up. That's a very good thing.
Does
So
the
he can
power
just-
up always drop?
No, I don't know. I don't know when or why it drops. It just sometimes does. So if he stays far away from the tank, he can just kind of poke at it from a distance and spam the blade, and he'll be able to kill it before the tank can even reach him. Oh no! He ran right into the...
Oh, but the tank... Oh, no! Double kill! Double
That still
KO,
puts him
man.
in second.
Nice.
That still puts him in second, because I don't think anyone else has defeated the tank.
Oh, that makes me happy.
That double kill was very unfortunate.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful. That is slightly past tank Cadus. I would agree with that.
Exactly. That, like, I know you're the ref, but if you somehow didn't think that was, I would dispute it with you, because that's definitely a tank kill. He just died too.
Yeah, I'd say if somebody kills the tank and doesn't die, that would be a little more progress.
That would be more progress.
Yeah.
I would agree. Okay, so DJ Chupa is on the tank. And beats it. And that puts him in second.
Nice. Yeah, he didn't die. Great.
Oh, Mr. Sansini, they have to be awful.
They're computer
computer
versions
versions
of
game.
this?
Yeah,
No.
I want to say there's an Amstrad CPC version of either this game or the first Strider.
Oh,
And I'm pretty sure there's an
no.
Amiga Strider too. Yeah. You know, so all the, British and European jank that you could ever want.
Okay, let me take a look real quick.
ZX Spectrum for this game? A 1993 game on the ZX Spectrum? Why?
Oh my gosh. Let's just say that the CPC version basically doesn't have frames. It's definitely
you're saying-
seconds per frame rather than frames per second. It's getting close to virtual highlight there.
So it's a predecessor to Virtual Highlight.
Oh my gosh. This is hideous.
Well, we have a potential recurring nightmare then.
Wow, Mike. Wow. Yeah, I have to say that the CPC version, I don't know if it's going to be as exciting, but it's definitely going to be worse.
Wow. So Melos is on the second boss, and yeah, it's not a very fair boss, just to say the least.
Oh yeah. All of these lasers. There are too many lasers, Mike. Seriously,
No.
this guy was the biggest nerd, this boss. He's just like, let's use all the lasers.
And the spheres that he shoots, those, like, at science museums or, like, at sometimes at school, they had that, sphere of electricity.
Oh,
and
yeah.
if you put your fingers on it, then it would create more strands of, the electricity. That's what the boss is firing at him right now.
Yeah, those are the best, though.
They are the best.
My uncle
they
had
are
one of
painful.
those, and the bad thing is if you leave your hands on them too long, they get really hot and they burn you. Or I think that if you left them on for really long, they could explode because it's glass. So be careful, Mike. Don't play around with electricity too much.
It's worth noting that Big Mike has gotten past the tank, so that second place from Ritz Blues was short-lived, but at the same time, he can easily catch up.
Yeah, honestly, once you know level 1, it takes time to get through, but it's not going to be as dangerous as it was before. The major trolls start coming later.
Yep. Yeah, this boss is pretty awful that Melos is on.
Yeah, Melos is not loving this. Ah. Hey, it looks like Big Mike is dead. Well,
I mean, I could get that on the other screens too.
it is the Castle Metropolis, you know? Why would you have a
It is.
castle in a metropolis?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it would be very expensive to build a castle there. But I guess you gotta show off your wealth somehow.
If you have infinite money, might as well, you know? Yeah, or was the castle there before the metropolis? I mean, that's likely.
So, Melos is making good progress on this boss. Let's see.
Oh my gosh. This boss is so dumb, though.
Yeah, and you have to really time your walking well.
Okay.
Needs to jump soon.
By the way, I think that there are probably a lot of people here who haven't played any of the Strider games. What is jumping like in a Strider game?
It's a little weird. If you jump horizontally, you are committed to your jump. Oh wow, one final troll from the boss on Melos' screen.
Do you have to kill them again?
Yeah. Doesn't seem very challenging, just seems tedious. Anyway, the way the jumps work is that if you jump horizontally, you are committed to that jump. So it's like Castlevania.
Okay.
If you jump vertically, you can move slightly left or right.
Gotcha.
And even in the arcade game, the knockback is pretty extreme. That part hasn't changed from the arcade game or the original Genesis Strider, which is honestly, I don't know how faithful it is to the arcade version, but it is. But I would say it is a very good port of the arcade version.
There we go. Ritz Blues finishing the boss of stage 1. Just got to get to the end without dying. And there we go. Melos is on to stage 3, the Hive level. Uh-oh.
So what's interesting is that this is stage 4 in the Game Gear version. So no one saw this stage in the Kusogr4nde match.
Ooh, we're getting into new territory.
And it's also worth noting that in the Game Gear version, and I had played for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours or so, I could not get past this level at all.
Really?
And all the playthroughs that I've seen, I think either they didn't beat the game or they used some kind of cheat code to be able to beat the game. Because he was clearly not taking damage. So, I don't know if anyone has actually beat the Game Gear version legitimately.
I love it. Maybe he just found a glitch, Mike. A glitch called Game Genie. My favorite glitch ever. Oh. DJ Chupa has a pretty high number of the throwing stars there. I think it's the 3rd upgrade for the throwing stars, which may actually be worth using. Ritz is...
It might be,
oh,
but
yeah.
he's also powering through those lasers, which is not necessarily the smartest strategy, because even though it's getting him through there, it's also really killing him.
Yeah, if you're going to damage boost, you have to really plan out where you're going to do them, and be careful
no, he got
otherwise.
laser combos.
Oh! Yeah.
And Melos has game over, but he made a little bit of progress into stage 3 at least.
Good. Honestly, it's going to be hard for people to get to stage 3 and make progress in there, but I could see a couple players doing that.
I can see at least 1 or 2 other players doing it.
Oh yeah, Forbidden Forest, Castle Metropolis, Hive level. They're, you know, I think maybe they got a little bit lazy with naming as they went on. Like, what's the 4th one gonna be? Stage 4. Just called
Stage
Stage 4.
is the alien layer.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
it's worth noting that there's only 5 stages in this game, so it's technically not a very long game. It's just so stupidly bad and hard that they're not gonna finish.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, let me go ahead and take a look at something. That's okay. Well, nope, not that way. I'm sorry. Ignore what you just saw. That was nothing. Yeah, DJ Chupa moved on to Google. It was a good stage.
Stage Google.
Stage Google.
It's a good stage. I mean, it's very ahead of its time in the 1990s.
I know, right? Oh, back in the day when web crawler ruled supreme, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there was Lycos, there was, Hotbot. No, was it Hotbot? Or what was that? A search engine? Yeah, like all the not Google search engines.
Oh,
Alta
Alta
Vista,
Vista. Yeah, I
that's another
remember
one.
that. Hey, by the way, there are speedruns of this version. Yeah, as far as I can see, the current world record is 11 minutes 55 seconds.
I'm guessing that's a normal, not expert.
Yes, normal.
Okay.
Let's see.
They're playing on expert.
There are no expert runs, no SMS hard runs. There is an easy run on Sega Master System that's just over 9 minutes. Genesis expert difficulty / sweep cipher. What is? And that's the sword that's the sword that they're using, right? The sweep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why you'd make separate categories for sweep and original, since sweep is just outright worse than original, and there's really no reason to use it.
Well,
unless if you just want to be a jerk and handicap your players.
The record for that is almost 2 times as long as the normal Genesis run. So that's fun. Expert plus, you know, these settings essentially. 20 minutes.
You know, I was going to mention Tripod, but I knew that wasn't a search engine, that was a hosting service.
I mean, Ask Jeeves was a little bit later on in the 90s. I love Ask Jeeves.
Matrick, you think Super Highlight is not a bad game. And yet, guess what? You don't even speedrun it. So, your opinion is invalid. Using my airtight logic that has 0 flaws at all whatsoever.
None. No flaws. Oh my gosh. I know my uncle had a website on GeoCities back in the day, and we thought it was so cool.
I know, right? Because just having a website in the 90s was like, whoa.
You're so smart. Oh no, DJ Chupa, live for me. Don't die, Strider.
I'm not too sure how far DJ Chupa got, but I'm pretty sure he was still in level 2.
Ooh, Ritz dying to the tank again.
No, but seriously, this is a bad game. I mean, the frame rate's bad. There's cheap hits all over the place. And
the weapon's bad. Oh, Ritz is not even trying to get the upgrade for the sword. I feel like it would help a lot here.
Yeah, or at least throwing ninja stars or something.
I'm trying to think. I had a MySpace account. That's about it. I've made some really crappy websites as well. None of them are hosted right now, thank goodness. Oh, I...
Yeah, Carolyn. Like, if you're a Strider fan, this game is a huge slap in the face.
Hey, Ritz is through
Yep.
the tank. Very nice.
And able to make some progress. I'm not too sure who's in second at the moment. I want to say it's DJ Chupa, though. But with Ritz Blues getting past the tank, there's a chance that he can get second or third. The problem is he is on his last set of continues. And this might be his last attempt because there's not a whole lot of time left after this. There's only a little above 10 minutes left.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's going to be hard. Big Mike is on to the boss room. This is
Yep, that
definitely
would put him in second.
a second place. Oh my gosh, what a boss. I think Mike, well, died.
Yeah.
Don't touch the orb, everybody. No orb touchies.
Yeah, we want more voice acting. Let's see if Big Mike can do it.
Everybody cheer for voice acting. Oh, geez. Mike is not paying too much attention to the patterns here, and I think that is...
which is really hurting him.
Yeah.
Okay, he's trying to hit the boss itself. I don't think that works until you get all the orbs.
No! Ritz jumps right into a laser. Ah. Yeah, we've got under 9 minutes left. Like, I could still see a little bit of a change happening. I don't think Big Mike is going to move into first, but I could see Ritz Blue getting to the boss as long as he takes it a little bit slow and doesn't break under pressure. Just remember, small progress is better than no progress.
Yeah, I did best in this game when I just took it real slow and easy. This did mean I was close to getting to the time limit at points and possibly timing out at points, but it's better to time out at checkpoints than to die 2 or 3 times in a row just trying to hoof it.
Oh yeah, Big Mike has still not figured out the laser pattern, and you know,
it seems like he's figured it out enough to at least get to the final phase of the boss.
However, this is his last life. I don't know how many continues he has left. He needs to... And the boss has one last troll, launching all of the orbs out.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and
That's a full game over.
Yep. Still, that puts him in second. However, it's very unlikely he'll be able to make more progress.
Yeah.
And Ritz Blues is also on his last life.
You fool.
You think you can defeat the master?
Wow, the Methter.
You can never win.
Wow.
For me. Don't die, Strider.
What a beautiful ending. I love it.
Okay, so, Brossentia, now I'll let you judge.
Okay.
Which game has the better voice acting? This game or Last Alert?
Oh,
And I
100%
think I
this
know,
game.
What?
100% this game.
Okay, and I think I know Big Mike's opinion on this game with the name Boo.
Uh-oh.
And there was no urns at the end, so we definitely know it's Boo.
Okay, Ritz. Are you... Oh, Ritz is going to the left, but that was... Well, okay, that worked. Climbing along the ceiling. I think Ritz and Melos are the ones to watch, especially Ritz. Let's see what he can do. Sliding down.
DJ Chupa is at the beginning of stage 2, if I'm not mistaken, but he is also one to watch. It's just Big Mike who can't make any more progress.
Yeah.
Big Mike did, however, make it to the final form of the boss before he spits out all of the orbs. So even if they make it to the boss, they have to make good progress on the boss.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if that's possible.
Ritz is trying to do the rude jump here. Okay, and rude jump achieved. Very nice. What a beautiful jump.
And unfortunately, Ritz Blue's game over.
Oh no! That's it.
So that's, yep. So whether he's third or fourth, that seals his fate.
We gotta watch DJ Chupa and Melos at this point and see how they are able to do. That's a little bit sad for Ritz, but you know what? Ritz had a good showing during this tournament. And
He did.
It's just the Strider happened.
It seems like his weakness are bad licensed Strider games and MSX games.
I mean, those are good weaknesses to have, to be fair.
Yeah, that's like everyone's weakness, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if Lupin was any indication.
Oh my gosh.
There might have been one or two less Lupin fans after that match.
Not me. I'm more of a fan, you know?
Exactly, same here. I think both you and I liked it way more than the players.
I love playing that game, Mike, okay? Like, there are a lot of games here that... Oh?
You should try to beat it sometime. Some of the trolls get really special.
Okay, I'll give it a shot sometime. I really want to, though.
It'll probably take at least 2 hours, though.
Okay.
And one issue with MSX emulation on RetroArch is that there's no save states.
I'll live. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Melos is on to the boss here. Question, was Melos the one who got to stage 3?
Yes. So, Melos, unless if DJ Chupa makes some amazing progress within the next 5 minutes, which I don't think will happen, Melos is locked into first place.
Yeah, I don't think Melos is going to lose at this point. Big Mike is likely going to take second.
Yeah. DJ Chupa would really have to hustle and make some progress.
Ooh, and that tank did a really good job.
Yeah, did a really good job of blocking Chupa.
Yeah. Okay, and Melos taking down the Emperor. Very nice.
I have no clue how you're even supposed to dodge that.
I don't know.
Oh, and it turns out you can just go straight to the teleporter.
Yeah, probably better than killing all the orbs.
Yep.
DJ Chupa onto the tank again. I think this is really the last chance.
Bees!
Bees, not the bees! Oh, and the tank is down.
Okay.
There's not much time.
Yeah. Chupa really has to hoof it. There's what, about 3.5 minutes left? A little under that?
2.5.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's looking pretty unlikely at this point, because there's still a fair bit of stage for Chupa to get through. And the problem with trying to, make quick progress in this game is that usually gets you killed really fast. As DJ Chupa almost walked into a laser right there.
Yeah, the thing is, you don't have much health. It's like 3 hits when you respawn.
Yeah. You have 3 bars of health, so that means you can take 2 before you die.
Oh. Well, you know what? Anani Choose is in chat saying that they're surprised to see a Strider game in Kusogr4nde because they weren't aware there was a terrible game in the series. Well, as it turns out, this game is not considered canon.
Yeah.
Basically,
all the Strider ports by US Gold are bad. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
all the actual Capcom Striders are
Never,
good,
my friend.
and those are probably the ones you know.
Tomorrow is
But
the day
as
you
someone said, there's
die.
actually more bad Striders than good Striders because US Gold ported this to so many consoles and computers.
Something happened with Big Mike, and I don't know what. He just typed all caps in Discord, what? Did he get a warp?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Wow, Mike. Oh, he's stuck. Oh, okay. Maybe he was stuck in the teleporter. Oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. We've got 10 seconds left. Nobody has any chance of making more progress than Melos. It's pretty much locked in. And here we go. Ah, so per Mike, when he respawned, the boss did his death animation. But that's okay. You know what? We are done with this game. It is time. It is time. I feel like the players did a really good job here, though. Like, this is not a trivial game.
They did. They definitely didn't like it though, because as DJ Chupa said, that felt like an unpleasant eternity.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. That was definitely rough. Like, here's the deal. I do think that with the settings that you gave them, especially with the sword and the difficulty, that combination is just cruel. It looks like, though, we have Melos to join us. Hello, Melos.
Hi.
Congratulations on your victory today.
I thought I did absolutely horribly.
No, it's just Strider.
Yeah, it's just Strider. So everyone did absolutely horribly then, because, yeah, this is just a game where you just game over repeatedly when you first play it.
Yep.
Yeah, there is no way to avoid 80% of these enemies. They just come out of absolutely nowhere. They spawn in front, behind, right on top of. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Oh yeah, they're here to destroy you, and there's no getting around it. You know, it's the thing is, this game you feel like you want to go fast, but you can't. If you go fast, you're doomed.
Yeah, you absolutely cannot go fast, especially those dumb lightning barrier things.
Oh my gosh.
They hit you, and it hits you into another one, and hits you into another one, and you're dead. You can't do anything.
Oh yeah, the combos are real rough in that game. I mean, this is what you get when, you force me to veto. That's all I can say.
Well, at least it wasn't a triple veto like my second game.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That was bad.
I don't remember. What was your second
What
game
was your
that you
second
got?
game?
Why so serious? Or why so evil? Why so evil?
Ooh, yeah, that game looked really bad.
That was exceptionally bad. This one, at least I understood the controls and I could go where I wanted to. I mean, yeah,
Well,
committed jumps are
sometimes
bad.
you could, when the enemies weren't knocking you back.
Yeah, and the whole moving through molasses thing.
Oh, okay. I remember Why So Evil. Took me a little while. Okay. Yeah, that was
the
a
one where you're playing Marble Madness, but you're not a marble.
Yeah, that was the Bangera pick.
Yeah, where
One
you're
of
a
his-
cube.
One of his game that somehow got rejected or pulled off of Steam somehow.
Well, he got
When
his
Steam
entire
rejected
library banned from Steam because he was producing nothing but terrible Unity generic asset knockoffs for $1 just to make money. Like, no effort whatsoever.
Yep.
Yeah, but a lot of people do that on Steam, so I don't see how that's ban. I mean, I do think it should be ban-worthy, but a lot of people do that and don't get banned, so I don't
think
know.
his was just gratuitous because he was pumping out games left and right like this.
He had about 12 or 13 games in a year. Yeah, it was a lot. Back to the match, though. Let's go ahead and come back. Strider, was there anything that you actually enjoyed about the game?
So the power-up system made sense. The orbs were really useful on the boss, but I really didn't understand how the powering up the orbs worked. So I'd get one, and then it would die in one hit, but I'd still be powering up orb throughout the stage.
What?
Yeah, I didn't really understand that either. To be honest, my favorite part of the game is voice acting.
Oh god.
It was so good. Mike just chooses games with voice acting. That's like 100% his way to choose a game.
It's my criteria, I guess.
Yep.
You could say.
I mean, hey, everybody's gotta have a thing. At least it wasn't more MSX.
Oh, gee. Yeah. I like MSX. You can hate on it. I like it.
I like the system, but Can Do Ninja was...
Oh, yeah, that was a special game.
Oh yeah, that's a game.
Yeah.
That's very much a game.
I don't think I've ever been so thoroughly and utterly defeated by a game.
Yeah, I can understand that with Can Do Ninja. Well, Melos, you have officially made it into the bracket. You know, it's going to be a rough ride from there, but that's sort of the deal. Seriously, congratulations. You've been a great player so far. Anything you want to say before we let you go?
No, thanks for having me, and this has been a really enlightening experience on the history of video game.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we have a lot of weird stuff. Are you streaming and playing other games these days?
I was. I haven't been lately because I'm actually closing on a new house in 2 weeks, but I plan to get right back to it after that.
Sweet. What are you going to play?
Probably the worst of whatever Tina and Faizu suggest to me.
Uh-oh. Well, okay, if you like what Tina and Faizu suggest, go
Oh,
follow
geez.
Melos.